Good morning, class. I want to remind you about this online exam. Can you see? Can you see the link? Can you see? Do you remember this PPT? So this is an option to do an online English exam to evaluate, to measure your proficiency level. But the news about this website is that you can download a certificate. Yes, and so I showed you also in the website. I'm going to show you the website so that you can download your certificate and then upload it to Educandos. Yes, on week 7, there is a task created on Educandos. So this is the kind of practice that you should also always be doing every week, a little bit of practice. Remember that there might be some differences between instruments, some exercises might be different, but the important thing is that you get accustomed, you read different kinds of exercises, you read more vocabulary, and you get accustomed to doing this kind of practice. So remember, practice, 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 yes? So practice gets you nearer to your objective. So this will be included in the task 6, which is a revision task for the midterm, so that you remember to do it today, this afternoon, for example, and you remember uploading the results. Okay, so I wanted to start with this reminder, which is important, so that you don't stop practicing. Yes, so don't get discouraged. Yes, we have different results in different instances, but don't get discouraged. No, that's not the attitude. You can do it. You need to set up this challenge for you and keep going. Yes, keep going. You can do it. Okay, any question? So I will add it to the end of our PPT and the end of the new task. And the new task is a revision task, task 6. So this is extra practice test taking. Okay, do you have any doubts? Any doubts? Then you will also have a series of links to check other exercises. So you always have plenty of materials to continue working. Remember, there's also great importance in your own agency. Everything you do, all of the other extra work that you need to take ownership and doing. Yes, I always remind you, we have several periods, several extra hours also dedicated to this module. We have to take advantage of the time and try to do as much practice as possible. So practice, practice, practice. This is the key. Okay. All right, so we will continue with today's presentation. All right. Okay, so welcome to our last workshop. This will be dedicated mostly to continue practicing the skills and continue talking about the topic we have been talking about, that is technology, and the impact and the use of technology in education. But you know, technology has been used in many areas of life. Okay, but that since education involves us as educators, future educators, that's what is most pervasive in our lives. However, always think that in the event of exercises, extra exercises you do, or a test, or an extra practice for a test, you will have different topics to read about, and that's also a very rich experience for you, so that you keep updated with different topics that might appear. Okay, so keep doing these exercises. They are important for your progress. Okay, so workshop 7, It's incredible. We are almost in midterm. Remember, we are almost in the middle of the semester. So from now on, it will be, so when we finish midterm, we will be in the second part of the semester. And so remember, your attendance counts. I always tell you on Monday, when we have the presentation of the week, attendance counts. There is a percentage of attendance in these modules. And by all means, we have tried to support your advances in English. And therefore, we are doing this part. And we know that if we don't participate, if we don't attend, if we are not connected, then we cannot progress. There is no other way. Yes, we are not surrounded by English speakers every day of our lives. So please bear that in mind. So the evaluations, we always check our evaluations. As I keep on telling you, participation in online activities is an ongoing activity. You have been receiving formative feedback and your credits for having uploaded your tasks. So please keep attentive. We have finished up to, well, you were finishing up to task 5 and 5B. And today's task is a revision. It will have resources for you to keep on practicing. So in that sense, I thought it was important to have a new task so that you have your materials there. The midterm is next week on Wednesday and Friday. And it will be a quiz on Educandos. It is here. Yeah, so we are here. We are in week 7, practicing. And on Monday, there is a holiday. So you have a day to sit down, continue with your practice, and take your time to finish your tasks, have everything in order. Yes, I will keep on giving you feedback over the weekend on Educandos. On Wednesday. So on Wednesday, we will meet at the time we have class. And you will start then the reading, the listening and writing quiz on Educandos. It will have a certain time, so it will be open that afternoon. I know you have classes, so you will have time to finish this, since we know Educandos is sometimes closed, sometimes I don't know, it's disconnected, it's not working well. You will have an open question, close and open questions, yes, for writing. And then sometimes we know Educandos can disconnect or have some problems. But anyway, I always recommend you to have a backup, something written on Word, and so that you don't lose your work. So there will be time to do this, yes? That you start Wednesday midday, you have the whole afternoon and evening. It will be reading and completing a multiple choice, true, false, matching exercises. And the writing, which will be one closed, one open, short and long answers. Yes, so it will not be so long, mainly because reading and listening is just completing exercises. Yes, as I said, multiple choice, true, false, matching. The speaking on Friday will take our normal class. We will meet at 9, and we will have the options of preparing the dialogues and the other presentations or mini talks that you will prepare during that morning and deliver. Yeah? So everything will be done in class. It will be like a normal class, but with your active participation in the speaking tasks. So that will be the test for next week. That will be the whole week only testing. Tasks. These are the past tasks that you have already finished. Some of these you already have feedback. I have already checked. So I think Unit 2 tasks need to be accomplished during this weekend on Monday. Please take some time to check you have all of your tasks finished. This is participation, and this is an item in your evaluation list. There is a task 6, which is revision, that is presented today. Task 6 is new. We will check. It's midterm revision. So that is the last midterm revision. It will have resources for you to practice, and a listening exercise that we will do now. The reminder for you to practice with an extra exam. All of those resources will be there. Okay. Any question in regards to the evaluation next week? Do you think we need to ask anything? Are you okay? Giselle? Is that your microphone? Giselle? Well, okay. No. I thought there was a noise in one of the microphones. Okay. Do you need any questions in regards to this test next week? Yes. Se escucha como bajito y como con ruido, Giselle. But if you can write on the chat, just tell me. Any other question? Pardon?
Evaluación sí será en como estará dividido.
Es online, claro, en the written, yes, the reading, listening, writing is online. And you know the system, you can access, finish some exercises, then come back, and Educando saves your answers. Is that okay? Is that the answer? Las respuestas se van guardando en Educando. Sí, pero sí para los escritos, sí yo les recomiendo tener en Word. Just because.
No, teacher, me refiero a que si la próxima evaluación estará dividida en dos partes, como un quiz y después un diálogo.
Claro,
Así lo entiendo, como en dos
claro,
clases
quiz
de evaluación.
Claro, dos.
La próxima evaluación, ok.
Es quiz, the written, reading, listening, and then on Friday we do a class with speaking. Only speaking. And listening and speaking and preparing in different types of speaking. Yes, but they will be with preparation, yes, in pairs and participation. Then a prompt, preparation, and participation, exposition. Yes, so the whole morning we will be doing these exercises. You're not speaking without preparation. No, that does not exist. The real test is like that, but we are not accustomed to working like that, so it's okay. All right, so we're learning to this test skills, taking tests. Okay, so in the warm-up, we had the speaking activities that you needed to complete after watching how to use technology, how to use education technology by Professor Curry. 4 more minutes of the video. And you needed to select one strategy. So today, this is your practice, your speaking practice. We always say that this is something you will be doing next Friday as well. So who would like to present now? Vanessa? So we had 3 girls presenting on Wednesday. Catalina, Krishna, and Romina.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, teacher.
Okay.
I am
Thank you,
going.
girls. Okay. Just let me know. Okay, Vanessa will be presenting now. So everyone is invited to participate. This is for you.
Can you say?
Practice. Yes.
Okay. if I know said that before, good morning, I choose the strategy number 5, which is give a student choice for how to show mastery.
Yes.
And what it's about? It's about teachers give the students the opportunities to share their own knowledge about any topic through any tool.
Mhm.
Also, this strategy is not traditional, like
Mhm.
make the student make essays, tests, or presentations.
Mhm.
It's about the use of technology
Technology.
tools.
Technological.
Yeah, technological, like podcasts, comics books, videos, graphics, all digital.
Digital.
And also give them the choice to use any of these topics in the future assignments. In that way, they would be connected with the content.
Mhm. Yeah, exactly. And so they have freedom. Yeah, exactly. Benefits. Mhm.
Now the benefits.
Mhm.
The student will be engaged in the content and they can develop their creativity and imagination. Also increase their motivation and autonomy. Another benefit is that they can develop social skill at the moment to share to their classmates.
Mhm. Excellent. Yes.
And that's it.
Excellent. Thank you. Yes. So since we are in the moment, and this is the listening for today, one of the elements is sharing. Now we are in an era of extreme sharing. Yes. So that's your generation, and you like to share. So Professor Carey has this view that we can use this in educational settings. Okay, you're going to share your work or what you do anyway. So why not support your sharing also to support your learning process? So that's great. That's a great means of using social media also, not only to share our intimate details, which I don't agree with, but also to share something we are doing, our work, and therefore have more motivation for that work. And that's what Vanessa says, is saying. So you have different ways to show, to display your work, and also this can be motivating for you to work for some real purposes. And Catalina had an example of this before she even started this career. She had an idea of publishing certain grammatical rules and English rules in Instagram, and so create a kind of tendency with her publications on Instagram. And that is a motivation, that personal motivation you might have, and by means of social media you can publish, you can share your work, and therefore we can use this internal motivation students have also to say, okay, we're going to publish your work, you're going to be students in another country are going to see your work. And in that way, that work becomes more meaningful. So as teachers, we have to use that tool, this powerful tool of technology, and use it with that purpose, that positive purpose. Okay, we listen to the others. And this is your moment for practice. Who would like to continue? Ah, wonderful. Well, wonderful, Giselle.
I have the same strategies that Vanessa. I choose these strategies. 5 give students choice for how to show master. And the Professor Carey mentioned give students the opportunity to share knowledge in a different way. no.
Sorry, Giselle, your voice, se fue tu voz.
Ay, sí, mi señal está pésima.
So show, yes, give choice to show mastery, yes. And then?
The professor Kari mentioned these strategies give students the opportunity to share their knowledge in a different way.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes, perfect.
Yeah. He mentioned also sharing the traditional way of demonstrating knowledge for one more attractive or engaged or creative.
Creative, yeah.
Using technology to demonstrate any kind of knowledge. Either by creating podcast, digital book, comic, video, and in the other
Yes.
claro, programas.
Another
Program,
program.
but in other program, but first the student should learn how to use a different program, and the professor or teacher should provide or guide about the different program or resources to use.
Yes. So there are many programs, Canva, for example, to do the infographics that we have also tried. You have many ways in which students can show mastery. Yes, excellent. So let us also, even Instagram, as I was giving the example of Catalina, but also Instagram to fulfill a task and publish it on Instagram. So use Instagram as a way of presenting your work, handing in your work, which we previously did in paper, just pencil and paper. And now it can be done through Instagram, through different other, also social media. So that, as I said, we also come to terms with the new culture, youth culture, according to which everything we do is public and we like to share with others what we do. So let us use it in favor of education, in favor of learning. Okay, any other? By the end, it's okay as well. So we have a little bit of time at the end. After we do.
Can you see? Okay. Good morning, teacher and classmate. Today I will talk about the strategy I selected from the strategy explained by Sam Carey.
Holistic.
The strategy selected is number 1. How to adopt a holistic approach to educational technology, which talk about digital classroom. In my opinion, it is very important to be updated with technology because we can go to website and have the information in a second.
Yes.
On the other hand, the teacher can upload the information to a platform and all students have access to the material that is published on the page. This way, they will never forget and task because they can do it as many times as necessary.
Yeah. Yeah. Mhm.
Clearly, it is a very practical strategy because the teacher can upload the material from anywhere that has internet access, search information, recommended websites, etc. And students can download the material as many times as they want. A typical example for us will be Educando, because the teacher uploads homework or educational material and we can visualize it from our homes. This, thank you for your attention.
Yes, thank you, Paola. Yes, excellent. So this is a great discovery. Remember that before we didn't have that option. My students only depended on papers, and that is what I saw at College of Education when I arrived, 2019. They printed millions of tons of papers and tasks on papers that were lost. Sometimes if it rained, then the papers were wet. So imagine the advances with technology and with having the tasks uploaded to a platform. So that's a great advance. This is the way we're going to continue working next semesters, next year, in 2 years. I think that is a great way to work. And in every module that I do in the future, I think I will continue with this system because it's great. You just upload there, you organize everything on the platform, and the participation there can be organized and constant and regular and evaluated by means of formative or summative evaluation. Okay, great, girls. Great insights. This is something important. You're going to be teachers, so you're already opening your eyes towards your future job. Okay, thank you, Paola. There is something. Yes. All right, so our first revision will be the speaking skill. And this is, as I explained to you on Monday, the first exercise in the oral examination. Okay, all right. So this is the new task. This is a revision task. I created this task for you to have materials to practice and some exercises that we will be completing in the morning. So the first practice is follow this dialogue planner and in pairs complete the following planner, yes, about everyday life topics. You will practice the conversation and share later in the general meeting. Remember that last class we were practicing with different questions and answers that belong to everyday life conversations. So for example, where do you live? Where do you come from? And if you live in a house, an apartment, what do you do? If you're a student or if you have a job. And different questions in relationship to studies or to your work, about family, weekend activities, friends, and a little bit of what you did in the past. Yes, yesterday, last weekend, last week. So this is free. You can arrange the questions according to your own understanding or whatever you want to say. The important thing is that both participants in the dialogue respond a minimum of, what can we say, 5 questions. So it's a conversation of people like as if people were meeting for the first time. Okay, I will show you now I will keep this save something. Romina is coming. I will show you the task. Yes. Okay. I will show you the task. How does the task look like for you to complete? All right. So the task is here. And there is an appendix with the dialogue and graphic organizer. So that's a graphic organizer you can also use with children eventually to indicate that each one has to answer a question, the other ask a question, the other one answers the question, asks a question, the other person answers the question, so as to indicate there is this dynamics of questions and answers. All right, so here you have again the prompts, the questions. Here A and B, yes, and you in exchange questions according to your decision, to your dialogue. Okay, so these are the questions that you're going to use in the, sorry, in your in the other appendix, which is this dialogue planner. Well, as I said, a graphic organizer that can help you, and also little children eventually, just have it as an example, organize the idea of dialogue. So this is Catalina and this is Romina, okay? So ask a question and you answer, and also ask a question, so Catalina answers and then asks another thing, and so on and so forth. So it's very much thought for to be used with children, but it can be applicable, yes, to different ages, just to organize. Yes, question, answer, second question, answer, and third question, and so on and so forth. That's the one I could find online. All right, so I will share with you these documents. We will have a, so think we are preparing also for next week. We will have in between 7 and 10 minutes preparation, and then we share in the meeting, okay? I share the documents by means of the chat. If not, I can send you also. They will be uploaded to Educandus, and I will share also for you to have them now immediately by means of WhatsApp web if you need. So let me know if you can download the documents I am sending. Tell me if you can download the documents. Now we divide in groups. We have 7 minutes. We complete the dialogue and then we come back to share. Okay. All right. So now it says on the grupos. Share the dialogue, or are you going to share just in speaking?
I think the screen, because Romina didn't have the
Yes, the words. Okay, we share the screen.
Okay. I will start, Romina.
Okay, perfect.
Hi, Romina. Where do you live?
Hi, Catalina. I live in Linares, in the Maule region. Exactly. And you?
Well, I live in the same city of you. And do you work?
Nowadays, I am not working because I am a student, and it takes a lot of time.
I really understand you, Romina. And do you study English at the school? It is difficult?
I am studying English at the University of Talca, and I think that is difficult, but I like it. It's a challenge to me. Sorry.
Yes.
Catalina, what subject do you study? Do you like it?
I have a lot of subjects in my career, and my favorite subject is curriculum to elementary school, because the activities that we do, we realize, are very interesting and useful to our future. See ya.
Okay. Excellent. Yes. Excellent. Wonderful example. Wonderful. Okay, so there you have to bear in mind, please, the subjects. Yes, it is Yes, I like it. I like the subject. It is very interesting for our future, very useful for our future. Yes. Always remember, we need a subject for the sentences in English. Okay, wonderful. Wonderful example. So that is the idea. I answer my question and then I join that with a sentence, with a question for my classmate. Okay, next one. Who would like to continue?
Me and Vanessa?
Yes, yes. Okay, excellent.
Okay. Hi, Vanessa. Where do you live?
Hi Paula, I live in Linares City. And you?
I live in Parral, Maule region. What do you enjoy doing at the weekend?
I sleep mostly and I watch movies or series. Depends of what how many time I have. And you?
I played with my son, study, and enjoy with my family.
Awesome. What did you do yesterday?
I did my homework and later I went out with some friends.
Wonderful. Okay, excellent. Just a caveat, girls. So as to also continue the conversation, Paola, you can also answer and ask a question to Vanessa. So for example, Vanessa, can you share again? Just to keep the conversation going, yes? Vanessa?
It wasn't me who was sharing.
Paola, can you share? Just to explain the example. Yeah, so here, for example, Vanessa says, what did you do yesterday? What did you do yesterday? By the end? Yes, what did you do yesterday? So Paola says, I did my homework and later I went out with friends. And you, what did you do yesterday? And so Vanessa can answer and complete the conversation. Yes?
Yeah.
Can you see the example? Okay, excellent. Wonderful, girls. Okay, we could, yes, and you, and then Vanessa can answer, and so we complete the information and we keep the conversation going. Yeah, excellent. Now, Krishna, would you like to share?
Okay, wait a second, please, teacher. I know, I really know that we were supposed to answer and ask a question, but we forgot it. So
Forgot? What did you forget? But it's a dialogue. Okay, whatever you have.
So sorry for that.
So one question and
elaborate
answer.
this type. We elaborate this type of dialogue, but at the same time we are talking about the questions in the moment. So we just did this.
Yes.
This way. Gigi, can you start? Or maybe
yes.
You?
Do you work?
Okay. It's okay. You decide.
Me. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you work or are you a student in Linares?
I'm a student at the University of Talca here in Linares.
What do you study?
I'm studying pedagogy elementary school with mention English.
Tell us about your school.
My university looks nice, but I have never been in it, so I can't say too much about it.
I could believe it.
Seriously? Okay. It's interesting. So this is more the interviewee. Es como una entrevista.
Yes.
Okay. It's another version of that. So remember that in order to have more like a dialogue, yes, your questions come both ways. So what do you study? I'm studying English We need to have a name for, it's one of the requirements I have, also that we have a name in English. So Pedagogy Elementary School with mention in English, and you, yes?
Okay.
Yes,
No,
so, and you, do you study, do you work? So
I was saying
we are meeting.
Presentation of my classmates.
Mm-hmm.
I said, oh no, we did it in the
No, but it's okay. It's okay. It's another way of conversation, more like an interview teacher student. Yes, mostly this is the example we have in teacher student conversation. But remember interaction, better say. So, but remember that for having the conversation going, I need to also ask a question to my classmates. So keep the examples. And we, for next Friday, we will have a new option, right? And I will also show another example for you to have. Okay, wonderful.
Okay, thank you, teacher.
You're welcome. So this is for practice. Remember, we're practicing. It is better that we ask questions and we see different options right now, and then try to improve for next week. Okay, so so that was the first. So that's going to be the example of practice for the first part, and there is a second part in which the original exam has a free talk, kind of free talk about a photo on different topics. But since we don't have that experience, we are going to do a guided speech about the topic we are working with. And therefore, we have been practicing with the strategies on how to use technology in education. Therefore, the idea is that you have time to prepare, listen, take notes, and have time to prepare your report, but in a shorter period of time. So now the practice we have had is just with time to listen, do the listening exercise, take notes, and prepare with time. On Friday, it will be, the preparation will be shorter. You will be with another person, so you will be able to exchange ideas and prepare there before, during the meeting, yes? The important thing is that you're going to be listening and speaking about the topic you know, a topic you have been listening to, that is technology in education, and the use of technology in education, or education technology. And so you already know the vocabulary, you already have done the exercise, so it's nothing new for you. You know about the topic. So remember, you're keeping your journal. The journal can be like this, a notebook in which you, or it can be digital, in which you keep your vocabulary lists. Remember the vocabulary journal that we talked about in the first unit. That's a great recommendation. Okay, so for this task, we will do a listening exercise first. And for that situation, I need you to check your the task, the questions in the task. Can you see? Also, they are on the screen. Can you see the screen? Girls?
Yes.
Okay, so you have the same exercise. This is one of the types of exercises that you can have in the test. There's a multiple choice. And I also mentioned you can have true, false, and matching. Now you already did this type of exercises in previous online quizzes. Yes, you have, for example, 3, and you have plenty of options to match. For example, that's an option. And you have 3 prompts and different options to match. All right, so B, watch and listen to Professor Sam Curry, and this is almost the last part of his video. It's another, 5 minutes, almost the end of the video, in which he talks about strategy 9, 10, 11, and 12. You already know what he's talking about. He's talking about what is the topic. You already know this. So previous knowledge. What do you know about this topic, this video? What does Professor Curry talk about?
Strategies to use in the classroom.
Yes,
Engage students.
Yes, so strategies to use in the classroom, to use technology. And these strategies include activities, but what else? What else do we need? For example, we have Google Slides. What else? What are these?
Newsella?
Newsella.
Oh, Newsella.
Newsella is a, what is Newsella? What is Newsella? I have it here. Very useful, very, very useful, Newsella. What is Newsella? How can you describe? You know this? What is
Newsella, I don't know if it's a website.
A website, it is.
Yes.
It's a website, almost a platform with educational materials, with reading materials. Yes. So you can search materials on different topics. Okay. Reading texts. Yes, you can do assignments, tasks. Yes, that's Newsella. And Google Slides. What category is Google Slides? So you can use Newsella a lot to read, to find materials. What is Google Slides? Kahoot. Jeopardy. What are they? Menti. Something you use in your phone. Tools. Yes, applications.
Prezi, generally.
Well, Prezi is different. It's a program for publishing. It's like PPT. But these other ones, Kahoot, they're applications. Duolingo is another application that you can use and to do different kinds of practices. Prezi, PPT, are Canva, are different ways of programs that help us present, yes, create visual materials, for example. So Professor Curry talks about all of this, and he talks also about augmented reality, virtual reality, artificial intelligence, and what else? Remember, open the doors, go beyond the classroom walls. Krishna, do you remember?
Yes, and also he talks about the role of the family, maybe.
Yes, yes, and that yes, technology, and because of the extensive reaches of technology, families can also be part of these technological websites and platforms. Yes, Paola was talking about digital platforms today, so that parents can also be included and see the progress. So I could also add your parents to Educandos, so they could also see what you're doing. You are adults. Of course, we are not inviting your parents, but Professora Marianela has access to Educandos, and she can see everything you do and your progress. So these digital tools in general gives us this way of participation. It's not only supervision, but also participation, interaction, gives us lots of opportunities, not only as repositories, but also as active, as providing active tools, active settings for participation. Okay, so we know what we're talking about, and there is much more that is being developed every day, and almost yes, on a daily basis. However, we are going to answer about these 4 next tools, next strategies that Professor Curry presents, and he speaks about a technological world. Yes. So read the prompts in number 1. According to Professor Curry, which are the options? Krishna, can you read? So we
Teacher, I
remember.
can see the screen.
Ah, okay, okay. So I can see, I show you the screen. You have them in your tasks. So you can follow up in your class, in your tasks, so you complete the task. Okay, yes, we live, according to Professor Carey, number 1.
We live in an anti-technological.
Logical.
No, I can't say the word.
Anti-technological. Technological.
Anti-technological. Really, anti-technological world.
We live. B.
We live in a world that we live in a world that has been impacted by technology.
Yes, by technology.
Technology impact strategies are used in education.
Yes, technology impacted strategies used in education. Sorry, there is a verb too much here. Okay. Number 2, it is important to teach students about life skills such as
digital footprints. What is the meaning of
footprints? Footprints are, what are footprints? We can find a picture. You will see, but it's something you leave when you walk. You leave footprints. What is that? Whenever you're walking, imagine you're walking with your wet feet. Si están caminando con sus pies mojados. ¿Qué dejamos? Footprints.
Son como huellas, algo así.
Yeah, footprint. Yes, exactly. Yes, those are footprints. So you use the same in Spanish. These are footprints. Yeah.
Oh,
okay. So it comes from really having a footprint, but that is used to say you leave a trace. Dejamos un rastro, una huella, un rastro, una pasada. Okay, so digital footprints, and let me check if you can see. Can you see? Okay, digital footprints and
cyberbullying.
You have to check for the exact combination. Yes, probably he speaks about this, but the exact combination.
Okay.
Digital
cyberbullying and strategic internet surfing. Oversharing and searching for information on cyberbullying.
Yes. 3, educators can help students
do their best work to pass subjects. B, get motivated to share their best possible work online. C, do more meaningful work.
Yeah. 4.
Students need to develop collaboration in order to A, be successful at school. B, do
successful. Be successful.
B, do activities created by teachers. C, work with diverse teams and solve complex problems. 5, a complex collaborative task includes, among other examples, A, students planning, recording, and editing a video together. B, creating an activity.
And explaining.
And explaining how to work in a group. C, editing online documents from different
locations. Yes, editing online documents from different locations. So, okay, so listen to what Professor Carey explains about these different strategies. We are going to listen all together, and then you will have one more chance, yes, to work with your pairs to see how you can, in also 10 minutes, report on the strategy. So this is less time to prepare, but it's not impossible. Believe me, it's easy. It's easy mostly because remember, you have been listening and you know the vocabulary and you know what he's talking about. And therefore, it's easier for us. Yes, so since we have been doing the exercise. Okay, so do you have your worksheets there at hand? ¿Ven? ¿Tienen todos la tarea? Okay, with your worksheets at hand, be careful, you listen. So he talks about, yes, in general, we know he talks about technology, the impact of technology, life skills. He talks about digital footprints, cyberbullying, internet surfing, yes, oversharing. What can educators do to help students in their attitudes and actions on the internet? Also, collaboration by means of the topic of collaboration by means of technology, and collaborative tasks, which can be real collaborative tasks, according to Professor Curry. All right, so we share the video. So strategy 9, you have there your section to take notes, and then you will have one more chance to listen. Okay.
Against digital citizenship skills.
Okay, so 9. We are in 9.
Hangouts. In an ideal.
Okay, this is 8. Okay, we know about this. Trips. Okay. The 9th strategy.
Technology can help redefine the classroom from a brick and mortar structure and help connect students with others all around the world.
Okay, the 9th strategy. Can you all hear? Can you hear?
Yes, teacher.
Yes. All right.
Yes.
We keep on going. 9th strategy.
9th strategy is to use technology to teach our students digital citizenship skills. We are currently living in a world that has been dramatically impacted from rapid technological change. We need to be equipping students with the right skills that they will need in order to navigate the digital world and to make respectful and responsible choices in digital spaces. PBS Learning Media and Common Sense offer educators free resources for how to teach students about important life skills, such as digital footprints, cyberbullying, determining whether or not information on the internet is reliable, as well as the implications of oversharing. The 10th strategy is to use technology to promote social sharing. Whether or not you agree or disagree with the concept of being a digital native, the reality is that students today are used to sharing with other people and really like doing it. Rather than fight against it, educators today should embrace the fact that students want to share what they've created with their friends. Educators can leverage this impulse to try to motivate students to do their absolute best. When students know that they're going to be sharing what they've created with others and not just the teacher, they tend to be more motivated to do their best work. Sharing work with peers as well as others outside the classroom also imbues their work with more meaning. Students understand that they're making something that other people are actually going to read or watch or participate in some way. They're not just doing school in the way that I did school, where I wrote a paper and gave it to my teacher, and beyond that, my work wasn't really shared or read by anybody else. It's kind of sad that all my hard work sort of went to waste. Many technology apps are set up to help promote social sharing. Padlet is a free bulletin board where students can post different pieces of work that they've created and then comment on them. I use Padlet all the time in my class for students to share what they've created with each other, and they absolutely love it. Apps like Book Creator facilitate social sharing of digital books by creating a digital library that can be shared with other students in the class, the school, or even the world outside of that. And then programs like Flipgrid allow students to record short videos to explain their thinking or showcase their knowledge, and then share those videos within your classroom, where students can then create video responses to each other. The 11th strategy is that technology helps students develop collaboration skills. Students have to learn collaboration skills in order to be successful in higher education and in their careers. Learning to work in diverse teams to solve complex problems is one of the most important skills that a teacher can teach. Unfortunately, teaching collaboration isn't that easy. It's not like you can just create an activity, throw a group of students together and say, hey, do that. Technology helps teachers develop collaboration in two important ways. The first is that it provides the tools necessary for collaboration. Students can edit the same document together from different locations or hop on video or text chats to talk about the work that they're doing. And secondly, technology helps teachers create tasks that are complex enough to merit collaboration. One of the biggest problems with collaborative activities in schools is that a lot of the tasks that students are asked to do are simply not all that complex and don't actually merit having 4 people working on that activity. One of the complex collaborative tasks I like doing with my students is having them create a green screen video. In order to do that, they have to plan together, record a video together, and edit that video together. It's the kind of task that would be very difficult to do if there were only 1 or 2 students working on the project. The 12th strategy is to use technology to help students develop metacognition. I know when I got into education, it was my mission to imbue a love of learning and self-awareness in my students. Getting students to take ownership over their own learning is perhaps the most powerful lesson a teacher can teach. I'm a huge believer that students should be setting SMART goals and tracking their academic progress throughout the year to build a sense of autonomy and self-efficacy. Tools like Google Sheets, Google Docs, and Seesaw allow students to track their academic progress over the course of the year. They can also be shared with families so that they're more kept in the loop. That brings
Okay, so do not panic, he speaks quickly, but we know what he's talking about, different tools, websites to be applied by students, applications, like Book Creator, I like that one, it's an application. Okay, so now you will be able to, with your classmate, listen to the section of the video again, and check the answers. So have you heard anything related to the questions in the task, the multiple choice exercises? Have you listened to anything related to the technological world and the impact of technology? Did any one of you listen to that? Number 1. Or number 2, life skills. Girls, can you hear me?
In the first point, I remember that he talked about that we live in a world that has been impacted by technology.
Yes, exactly. So technology impacted, we live in a world that has been impacted by technology. Yes, excellent. Now you check again now in this second listening, okay? Number 2, what does he say in relationship to life skills? Estas son habilidades para la vida. Nosotros tenemos que conocer los secretos de la tecnología para nuestras habilidades de vida. In Spanish. Okay, what do you think he talks about? He mentions digital footprint, cyberbullying, oversharing. But he mentions 2 together. Something about internet surfing as well. Information. Do you have any idea? So he mentions this. You can listen to the words. In any case, check again. Yes, check again. Educators can help students. Any idea? Any idea with number 3?
B, maybe.
B, get motivated to share. Because what does he say?
He talked about the motivations in the students to share their best possible work in any task. In task
or in social media. We were talking about this. Yes, of course. So be able to motivate students by means of saying, okay, you're going to share. Okay, let us share the best that you can do. And if you accomplish a project, then we will share it, yes, in Instagram so that everyone can see, or in Twitter, so it is retweeted and many people can read about it. Yes, great. Number 4. Why do we need to develop collaboration? Have you heard anything? And technology can help us in that sense. Paola, Vanessa.
I am
Krishna? Krishna has
I'm
more ideas.
90% sure that is the letter C.
We need to solve complex problems. Yes, if not, collaboration is, he thinks, not so useful. And technology gives us the tools to offer our students to solve complex problems. So that is a positive use. So let us keep thinking whether we can apply that. Yes, or how can be applied? How can it be applied? Yes. And the last one, what kind of complex collaborative task include? What is a complex collaborative task, according to Mr. Curry? So he mentions all of these things, but he is he gives one of his ideas is favoring one of these. Okay, so now in your time, so you have 10 minutes, yes, for this pair work that is also in reference to speaking and listening and speaking. Okay, so sorry, this was listening and speaking. This was deleted. Okay, so what are you going to do? You're going to listen to the video section again. Then, as we have proceeded before, you're going to choose a strategy. But in the meantime, you take notes. Okay, so watch the video as many times as necessary. For this time, we'll have one more time. Then you do it again on your own time later to complete to be sure about the exercise. So you have one more time. Now we are going to proceed as follows. We're going to be in pairs. Again, we will select one strategy. Yes. And then revise notes and prepare an oral report. Yes. Now we have less time. So we have to be strategic. Vamos a ser estratégicos para usar bien el tiempo. Okay. And then you present your reports. It has to be 1 minute. Even if it is 1 minute, you have to say which is the strategy, the main characteristics, the benefit, the disadvantage, if there is any. And this last one, we will leave it for a writing, yes, that you will do to upload for me to give feedback, yes? So that will be for writing. So for now, just focus on these 4 questions. You have them in your task, in your documents. Okay. We divide the strategies and different pairs focus on different strategies. Okay. So let me ask you. Giselle and Krishna. Giselle and Krishna, which one would you like?
Okay. Yes.
Which strategy would you like? 9, 10, 11, 12?
We are thinking we can choose one. No. I don't know.
9, 10, 11, 12. Vanessa,
Yeah.
do you want
What do
to
you
choose?
Think? Maybe 10.
10? 10? Okay, 10. Vanessa, Paola? Vanessa and Paola, do you have any idea? 9? The first one?
Okay.
Okay, perfect. Romina, is Catalina okay? I can't hear her. I do not know. Okay. Anyway, you
I
do.
don't know, Cesario.
Okay, we will.
Pero igual somos impar, no importa.
Impar. Sí, porque
¿Puede haber
ahora.
un trío?
Yes, no, on Friday we will have one, yes, an even group. That is okay.
Pero de todas maneras somos impar.
Sí, por eso va a haber un grupo que va a trabajar de 3, ya lo vi, ya está programado. Okay, so Romina, I move you to another, and now you work. So just Vanessa 9 and Giselle 10. Just for you to think how do you need to pay attention to the strategies, take notes, and prepare a short report. Yes, 2 sentences in which you refer to the strategy, the benefits, the disadvantages. Okay, so you have 5, okay. In 10 minutes, do you think you can
Teacher,
have it? Yes.
pero si va a haber un trío, ¿podemos trabajar al tiro en trío?
Yes.
Así
Next.
Romina trabaja con nosotros, conmigo y Vanessa.
Yes, it's okay. Yes, I don't have any problem. We will see also we will arrange next Friday early morning. I need you all connected, so we divide the groups. Okay. Now, you go to your groups. Who would like to start the short reports? They are very short anyway, yes? It's just for practice. Anyone would like to start? One of the groups? Anyone? Come on. Romina, would you like to share? What you have, it's okay. It's not for evaluation now, it's just for practice.
Okay.
Oh, Vanessa. Oh, yeah.
The strategy is the number 9. What are its main characteristics? Teach to look for information and save page and take responsible decisions online. And teach life skills such as digital footprints.
Digital footprints. Lo deben haber escuchado, un paréntesis, al profesor Ricardo hablar de esto, de las huellas digitales. ¿Habrá sido así? Yes, he used to work with this. So if you do anything, if you search for anything, or if you leave your name in any page, on any page, then that's a digital footprint that you need to be aware of. Nos tenemos que dar cuenta que todo lo que nosotros hacemos en Internet, nuestras búsquedas, ponemos nuestros nombres en sitios, deja una huella digital. ¿Ya? Okay. Yes. What are the benefits?
They could look for a true information from real page, and they will learn about be responsible online and how be respectful and be careful.
Yes, exactly. Respectful, careful. Yes, find truthful information, not fake news, for example. Yes. So you need to learn that. Yes.
The information could be varied and could be difficult to select the true one. Also could be kind of dangerous looking for, and must learn over the road.
Over the road, yes. So information could be, yes, difficult to select the truthful, yes. Yes, and dangerous. Yes, dangerous in the sense that you leave your footprints, you leave your data. And in that sense, you can be vulnerable to cyber attacks, cyberbullying. Yes, all of those. Your photos that you upload, for example, you should be careful with that. Yes, no, the next question will be for you to think of a short writing, Romina. So you're right. You're wonderful. Yes, excellent. Just for you to see that in a short period of time, you can gather information and report quickly in your words. So it's a doable exercise, ¿sí? Es posible de hacerse el ejercicio. Okay, wonderful. The next group, Krishna. Well done, girls.
Okay. So we just need this. Well, we answer this? Oh, I'm truly sorry for my dog. Wait.
Yes, your dog comes to accompany us with oral presentations. Yes. Okay.
Okay. Gigi, can you start, please?
Yes. We chose strategy 10 called promote social sharing of the work student create.
Yeah. More social.
So what are it? Or at its? No. What are
its main characteristics? The strategy.
Sounds weird. I don't know why.
This
This strategy talks about how the students are connected with share their work for other people. Basically,
yeah.
Today's and also talks about how today's generation is fully connected to sharing their work, experience, and thoughts through technology or social networks. And for that, teachers need to give the liberty to do the best in that way.
Yeah, exactly. What are the benefits? So, for example, we can do a presentation and then publish it in Instagram, and that's your task. Yes. And
yes.
So, yeah. And for that, I have to follow you on Instagram and see that you have completed your task. Yes, for example, that kind of. And then, but all of your followers will need to give you feedback, for example, and see how do they react, your friends, your followers. So that would be an interesting task to do, for example, and it's a real life task. Okay, benefits.
We think the same.
Benefit, the más characteristic is the motivation, collaboration, work in the classroom, and the interaction with the classmates. The student will feel more comfortable.
Yeah.
And also confident.
Confident. Yes, creative, confident. So if I give you this option, okay, we will publish on Instagram, and then we will see your friends and followers reaction, then you will be motivated because you will say, well, I want to have lots of people commenting my work or this project or this infographic, yes, for example, or this video. And so it is a real life task, because more and more we will be pushed in a way to do this, to promote things online, to promote even the classes online. That's what I heard the professor from Spain saying. Social media can be used for that, even YouTube or Instagram, for example, Facebook, old Facebook for you, can be used to promote. Yes, so come to class, we have a great competition this Friday, and so on and so forth, that we will be pushed to do more and more in the coming years. And think of you also working with children, pre-adolescents. How are you going to be involved also in using these tools to motivate your students? And so you are in the crucial age and generation in which all of these applications of strategies are going to be fundamental for your future. Okay, girls, excellent. Yes, and we can do that thing as well in the real life.
It's this strategy. It's maybe. Oh.
It's maybe. Krishna.
Oh. I think that this strategy is in the point. Well, this strategy we could implement in the schools.
In the schools.
In the elementary schools, it's where see students in Facebook or maybe in Instagram, or because they are key.
And also schools, many even countryside schools have a Facebook. for the whole school. So students
Exactly.
can publish there. Yes, and parents can see that, friends, family, relatives. Yes, exactly. So all of this social sharing trend can be used for educational reasons, and that is a good. It calls our attention. Oh, there's so much we could be doing. Whereas last year, students seem to be. So I had this proposal for third year students last year to publish everything in a group on Facebook, because the comments, the feedback and comments will be quicker. But the students were very much afraid of that, just because it was very new. I think the changes towards virtual medium, this virtual medium was very very harsh from one day to the other, and we couldn't really think of using these platforms for promoting work as well. So we need to be more flexible, and we are changing now to see, okay, we have all of these benefits, let us use them. And little by little, we will be adopting them, I think. Okay, also for classes here at university. Okay, so revision 3, listening, speaking, and writing. So with the same basis of listening and speaking, I give you this option to write the last question that we have in speaking, write it into, change it into a written exercise. So briefly, so a question like this, a critical question like this, can be in the test on Wednesday. So explain briefly which strategy would you use with students in an elementary school in the Linares area. So instead of explaining everything, well, you have written, you have the answers written now in this exercise, and then you transmit them orally. But you can also write a good paragraph, 200 words, 2 paragraphs explaining in a written version. Okay, so this is an exercise. It is in your task. So you have the option to practice and upload it for feedback. Remember, you have a long weekend, and luckily it is a tough weekend since we are in the midterm time. So this is the kind of, the important thing is this is a kind of responses you will have to write in the test. ¿Sí? Así, para que se queden tranquilas, la escritura que todavía no hemos practicado extensamente en las unidades viene luego. Va a ser una respuesta a una pregunta que está relacionada con el texto o con lo que está relacionada con el listening, quiero decir. Entonces, va a ser sobre un tema del cual ustedes tienen el vocabulario y conocen el tema, ¿sí? De eso va a ser la escritura. Y una escritura libre, una pregunta de 200 palabras, una respuesta de 200 palabras, no estamos pidiendo estructura ni nada hasta este momento del semestre. Okay? Is there any doubt about the writing section? ¿Alguna duda de writing?
Teacher.
No. Entonces, la escritura va a ser guiada, va a ser, o también como hemos estado haciendo en respuesta a preguntas, para elaboración. O sea, nada es in the vacuum, ¿sí? En el vacío. All right. So, next, in your tasks, oh, sorry, I don't know why is this like this. Okay, in your tasks, you have all of these resources to continue practicing the reading. Yes, the reading skill. You also have another reading strategy exercise in the previous task. So you have reading exercises. Please do them. Practice on these pages. Remember, you need to get accustomed to new types of exercises, other varied vocabulary. So I really recommend you choose one reading today, choose one reading tomorrow. They are short, and most exercises can be done online and you receive feedback. Okay, chicas, ¿estamos claras en la práctica de estos ejercicios online?
Yes, don't worry.
Okay, perfect. So you have plenty of exercises to do. So take your time as well. We need to share this responsibility. Also, do this test that I mentioned. It is in the last part of your task 6. Please, and upload your results. And don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Just do it once, then do it again. I don't know if you have to log in with another email address. Probably you will need to change the datum. But then do it twice if you're not satisfied. O sea, si no están contentos con la primera vuelta, pueden hacerlo otra vez. Seguramente les pide algún dato de registro. Yo les muestro el website. Entonces, tengan en cuenta que a veces tenemos que saber cómo es el ejercicio, ¿verdad? Eso lo hacemos una vez y luego cambian de datos y lo pueden hacer otra vez. Ojalá funcione esta sugerencia. So do it, don't get discouraged. ¿Sí? Yo me puedo, no me sale bien, no lo hago más. No, yes, don't do this, yes. So it is a free and you need to log in. So if you create a login, then probably you have one result and then you can create another login and do another trial, yes? And then you download your certificate. The certificate looks like this. And it tells you the percentages of what you accomplished. Okay? You have a task. Esta es una tarea de educandos. Plus practice, okay? But this is a task on educandos. So this needs to be done over the weekend. And you upload the results, okay? All right, so just to catch up, so our next class is on Wednesday, yes? Wednesday, we need to remember anything else? So Wednesday, we meet at 12. Yes, remember to complete the last tasks. Yes, 5 and 5B. Yes, this is what you need to do for today. Yes, and now remember, do task 6, midterm revision. To practice for the test. Okay, to practice for the test, the finished version will be next week. You will upload it next week, yes? Okay, that's task 6. What else we need to remember? And do the extra test. Yes, practice. Is there anything else we need to remember? Practice. Sorry. Seven. Okay. On educandos, of course. Any questions? ¿Alguna pregunta, chicas? Any questions? Nos encontramos el miércoles a las 12 para explicar el examen, las partes, las secciones y empezar el quiz. Okay?
Okay.
All right, so I need you all online. Then you can, yes, you will do it probably different times. Okay, any questions or answers? Any questions?
No, teacher.
Okay. So just keep on practicing, do exercises. You have plenty to practice. Yes, and please do not get discouraged. ¿Sí? No nos tenemos que deprimir. No nos salió bien un test. No, please keep going. Yes, keep going. Is that okay? Do we agree? Okay.
Teacher, I
Yes.
have a question.
Yes, question.
How many minutes or time we have to do the test?
The test you will have afternoon, Wednesday afternoon, but just because you have other activities, you will have until Thursday, until Friday. Yes, because we have some questions that you need to write, and sometimes, of course, Educandos is down, it's not working. So taking into account those situations. But you really probably won't need so much time. Since we don't have Monday, yes, I have to give you more time since we don't have Monday. So don't you worry, you will have time to do it, but you need to work responsibly. So pay attention to that.
Teacher, I have to go and leave the meeting because we have another class. So
yes, exactly. We are saying goodbye. Yes. So if you don't have any other questions, we are ready, girls.
All right. Bye, teacher.
Bye.
Bye, teacher.
Bye,
See
teacher.
you Wednesday.
Bye, teacher.
Bye.